Hey, what's going on, guys? It's K-Dog's Kennel coming at you with another reaction video. This time, I'm going to talk about last night's epic football game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. They certainly saved the best for last. After three upsets in the divisional round, three games that were decided by a field goal, no less, we get the cream of the crop as the Chiefs outlasted the Buffalo Bills 42-36 in overtime. What a fantastic game this was. Didn't get a chance to really see it, but I saw plenty of highlights, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Kansas City going to the AFC Championship game was the only game I got right in the divisional round of the playoffs. Everything else, complete bust. Okay, my Pac-Man ghosts are like, I don't know what the heck they're doing, but they're like lighting. Anyway, sorry, I got a little distracted by that. But in any event, fantastic. It's a shame that one of these two teams had to lose, but it doesn't surprise me that the Chiefs won. My only complaint, if you will, is I really think in the NFL, in the playoffs, no less, obviously, when you play in overtime, there's no tie, especially in the play. I mean, in the regular season, yes, we saw that in the earlier in the season. But in the playoffs, there is no such thing as a tie because somebody has to advance. But I firmly believe that in the playoffs, nothing against Kansas City. Kansas City won that game outright. Not a problem in the world with that. Chiefs Kingdom can go, apeshit because their team survived. Nothing wrong with that. But my only criticism is if Buffalo had a possession. My biggest problem with overtime has always been if you win the coin toss and you get a touchdown, the game's over. If the Chiefs had kicked a field goal, Buffalo would have one possession to either match or top it. Now, that's how the rules are. I firmly believe, especially in the playoffs, each team gets one possession. That way, if Kansas City did what they did, and like I said, I'm not knocking Kansas City. Both teams played great, but the Chiefs got the touchdown, won the game. Buffalo, in my eyes, had every right to have one possession. If Josh Allen could have gone down and matched it, okay, then the next score wins. If Kansas City gets a field goal, okay, they win, after that. But I firmly believe that both teams in the playoffs deserve one possession. And I really think that's a rule that they need to look at in the offseason. But we'll talk more about the matchup here. I'm going to be doing another predictions video. Going to be doing the AFC and NFC Championship game here in just a few minutes as well. But what a flawless game. 13 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes engineers a drive or a draw. 13 seconds, not a lot of time to mess with that. However, one thing about Patrick Mahomes, this is Kansas City's fourth straight trip to the AFC Championship game. How many years has Patrick Mahomes started? All 4 years. Chicago Bears fans are probably, salivating at the fact they could have had Patrick Mahomes, but they traded up to grab Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, Chicago lost out on that. Mahomes, brilliant, 33 of 44, 378 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Usually I would have this stuff written down, but then Josh Allen, equally impressive, 27 of 37 for 329, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Again, the fact that one of these teams had to lose is heartbreaking, but it is what it is. Kansas City is going on to the AFC Championship, where they will meet the Cincinnati Bengals. And like I said, we're going to talk about that matchup here in the next video I'm going to do. We got 2 conference title games that are going to be great, and like I said, we'll talk about them here in a few minutes. But like I said, can't really say a whole lot about the game other than the fact, just by the highlights, it was a fantastic game. Like I said, the previous 3 divisional round matchups, they came down to a field goal. This one, yes, came down to a touchdown, but it went into overtime, and they scored more than 20 points. Well, so did Tampa Bay and LA, but still, great games all the way around. This game, so as far as my reaction for this, priceless is my reaction on this game. This is going to be one of those games they feature for years to come as one of the NFL's greatest games of all time. I mean, I did find it very touching after the Chiefs touchdown when Travis Kelce caught the game-winning touchdown pass. Mahomes left the celebration basically to scope out Josh Allen and just give him a hug. I thought that was one of the coolest things, one of the classiest things that Mahomes did. Like I said, I nothing but love for Patrick Mahomes. Whether or not they win the Super Bowl this year, that's to be, remains to be seen. But as far as the divisional round, both quarterbacks played their guts out, and I couldn't be more happy to see. I wanted to see Buffalo win. I picked Kansas City because they were at home, but I'd love to see Buffalo get the monkey off their back, and maybe in time they will, but this was just not to be. Josh Allen looked dejected. Everybody's, calling for, Sean McDermott's head. McDermott's not going to get fired by any means. He's taken, he's basically transformed that Buffalo Bills team into a powerhouse team. But, like I said, Buffalo just hit a buzzsaw with Kansas City. Kansas City is been on top the last 3 or 4 years. They've been to the Super Bowl the last 2, winning 54, losing 55. Again, whether they go to 56 or not, that remains to be seen. They got to get past Cincinnati to do that. But overall, could not be more impressed with these two quarterbacks. They, new generation. What happened to the Packers? The Packers, they didn't show up. I actually did a reaction video. Check it out. You can actually hear the hurtness, if you will, in my voice. I myself actually watched it back, and I'm like, God, it's like somebody ran over my puppy or some shit. But and I talked about Aaron. Aaron Rodgers is going to leave. He's either going to request a trade or demand a trade, whatever the case may be. So this, the Packers probably won't be seen in the playoffs for the next couple of years at least. So we'll see what happens. But, it is what it is. I've recovered, per se. I tip my hat to the 49ers. The 49ers just played a better game. Our defense in that game played great. And, you might want to have a Kleenex or something. No, it's not that. But, you can actually hear, I was just crushed. That whole – I was at work, and the last thing I saw at work was the Niners blocked the punt for the touchdown. I'm like, we're done. Especially if they get the ball back and they went 3 and out and boom. But anyway, guys, there's your reaction video for Kansas City and Buffalo. I'm going to be back up here in just a few seconds. We're going to talk about Championship Sunday, this coming Sunday, where the matchup for Super Bowl 56 will be set. And we'll talk more about that and all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys click the subscribe button. Heading toward the 50 follower mark or 50 sub mark. I think we're at 38, 39. So every little bit helps spread the word. Definitely want to see this channel grow and grow and grow. But in any event, guys, love you to death, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.